I ate more than my share of a 6-foot party sub last night. So I work at this tech startup downtown, and yesterday was our quarterly team meeting. My boss, Jake, decided to order this massive 6-foot Italian sub from Tony's Deli for like 30 people. The thing was absolutely loaded. Turkey, ham, salami, provolone, lettuce, tomatoes, onions, the works. It looked incredible sitting there on the conference room table. Now here's the thing. I'd been having a rough week. My girlfriend Emma broke up with me on Tuesday over text. My car needed a $800 repair, and I'd been eating nothing but ramen and peanut butter sandwiches for days because I'm broke until payday. When I saw that beautiful sandwich, my stomach literally growled so loud that Kathy from accounting looked over at me. The meeting started at 6 p.m. and Jake said we'd eat after going over the quarterly numbers. But this presentation dragged on forever. PowerPoint after PowerPoint of charts and graphs, while that sub just sat there taunting me. By 7:30, people were starting to check their phones and I could hear stomachs rumbling around the room. Finally, at 8 p.m., Jake says, "All right, team, let's dig in." Everyone rushes over to the food table. Now, I figured with 30 people, I'd get maybe 2 to 3 inches of sub if I was lucky. But here's where it gets interesting. Half the team had already eaten dinner or had to leave early for kids stuff. Only about 15 people actually stayed for food. I grabbed a paper plate and cut myself what I thought was a reasonable 4-inch piece. It was amazing. The bread was still soft, the meat was piled high, and Tony's makes this incredible oil and vinegar dressing. I finished it in like 3 minutes and was still starving. I looked around and saw there was still tons left, so I cut another piece, then another. By this point, most people were mingling and barely touching the food. Janet from HR took one tiny piece and spent 20 minutes picking off the onions. Kevin from IT grabbed a slice but left half of it on his plate to go smoke. Meanwhile, I'm over there systematically working my way through this sub like it's my job. Around 9 p.m., people started leaving. Jake announced that anyone could take leftovers home, but everyone was like, "Oh no, I'm stuffed," or "I'm trying to watch what I eat." Meanwhile, I'm thinking about my empty fridge and those sad packets of instant oatmeal waiting for me at home. So I kept eating and eating. By 9:30, it was just me, Jake, and a couple other people cleaning up. I had probably eaten like 18 inches of this sub by now, but there was still easily 2 feet left and nobody wanted it. Jake looks at me and goes, "Dude, you've been going to town on that sandwich." I got embarrassed and mumbled something about skipping lunch, but he just laughed and said, "Good. I hate seeing food go to waste. Take the rest home if you want." I wrapped up the remaining piece, probably another 1.5 feet, and took it home. Ate it for breakfast this morning and it was still incredible. Had more for lunch too.